Hi, good morning, Ty Law.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Fantastic. Where are you today? Are you in the region or?
I'm in Pennsylvania now. I'm actually sitting right outside the hospital. My mom's there. Been in here the last few days, so hope she's doing better. Hopefully, she gets to come home sometime this evening. But been here taking care of moms. You only get one moms, guys.
That's true.
Sending prayers,
Yes.
Ty.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thank you.
We'll get the entire listening audience, Twitchers, YouTubers, collective prayer for Mrs. Law.
Yep.
100%.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
So, initial thoughts on seeing Drake Maye on Sunday?
You know what? We say some signs. I mean, we got us a quarterback for now, but you also have to understand that I see where now I get it where Gerard Mayo, why he took his time. You know, I thought he should have taken his time, but is this the sixth different offensive line setup?
Yep.
You know, well, damn it. Okay, what's going to be the seventh? Because he got to try again. Keep on trying again. But we got us a quarterback. He showed some signs, but he had some rookie mistakes, of course. But what could you expect? You know, when you don't have a great offensive line to protect them, so sometimes you got a coach that have to protect the players for themselves. But I think he did okay. It's going to be interesting to see how he grows for week 2. But to have 3 touchdowns, of course, 2 turnovers. Of course, I don't know where he was throwing that ball on the first interception. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking, what he was looking at. But that's what you expect out of a rookie. But I think overall, he did a decent job. You know what I mean? And we gotta take our time with him before we give him the real evaluation as far as is he going to be a great quarterback for the Patriots? Is he really the future? But I think we've seen some good signs to where we can have a glimpse of hope.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, and I don't know how much of it is you put on the O-line, but in the absence of Rhamondre Stevenson, I don't know how long he's out for, you were unable to run that football for any legitimate distance on Sunday.
Exactly, and then it was a total opposite for Houston. They ran for 200 yards. I keep saying, I mean, is Wiggy, you have been there today, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. They need to do Oklahoma drills, man. I mean, just a whole week of practice for the listeners out there. If you don't know what an Oklahoma drill is, it's basically just tackling drills, coming down to the basic fundamentals. Line up, 2 guys in the front. You got a linebacker or DB or whoever, and then the running back, and just running each other and tackle, because the Patriots are terrible right now at tackling. You know, somebody got to say it. So they need to do the Oklahoma drill all week. And Gerard Mayo knows what that is because he's a linebacker. But that is absolutely ridiculous and disgusting the way that they are out there playing defense. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't tackle, you can't win.
Gerard Mayo on this show and elsewhere keeps putting tackling and penalties at the forefront of what they need to fix.
Right.
And he doesn't fix it.
Damn right.
So, but he doesn't fix it. I mean,
well, I don't know how much you could tackle in practice. Like, that's the only issue is that, and I agree with Ty. And
they're
even
NFL players.
Yeah, and maybe the mental reps during the preseason aren't helping.
Yeah,
when it comes to like the fact that nobody was actually out there.
Well, I mean, if you start tackling,
Coco, you can't do mental reps when it comes to tackling. You just got to go out there and tackle. You know, mental reps ain't gonna get it. You can do mental reps from a quarterback position, you're standing when you're the backup, get your mental reps. But when it comes to defense, tackling, which is a fundamental, which we all should know at this level, I don't understand it, how you can be that bad when it comes to tackling. I mean, I've never been a part of anything like that. And then it's a sense of pride when you're playing football and when you're playing defense. So I don't get it whatsoever. So they have a lot of things that they have to fix. But if you don't get the fundamental of tackling in football, you're never going to win. You're never going to have a chance.
There's that pride word.
You brought up pride. You can ask it.
Yeah, I was going to. We've just been hearing that a few times now. Godchow brought up pride. He felt like the defense wasn't playing with pride at the end of that game on Sunday. So in your mind, you just bring up pride again. For a player, what does pride mean, not playing with pride? Where do you stand on that?
I mean, it's about the passion. It's like, okay, what are you gonna do to get the boys to, get hype? Like a big hit, making a play. I mean, that galvanizes the troops when you get out there. Somebody goes out there and make a big hit, because we were always, I'm like, the teams I played on, somebody was gonna make that play, and then it gets the energy throughout the rest of the defense. Hell, the offense sees that. You know what? I got to go out there and hit somebody. This is a violent game. We understand that. We don't want anybody to get hurt, so let me put that out there. But you want to make them feel it. What I'm seeing out there, they are not trying to make the other team think about coming across the middle. They're not thinking about, okay, if I get up the middle with the Patriots, if I break the initial line of scrimmage, I'm not worried about getting hit too hard. I mean, that right there is a comfort for a receiver. I'm not afraid to go across the middle, Wiggy. How many times have you told the quarterback, hey, don't throw that thing over there with Ed Reed or
Sean Taylor? No.
You damn right. You better not throw that thing across the middle with Ray Lewis sitting there.
Yeah, I've been hit.
That's what I'm talking about, pride and passion about playing defense.
Right, and I've been hit by Sean Taylor. But I think the issue is this, Ty. When it comes to defense, which is completely different than offense, it's about the voices in that locker room on the defense.
It's also about the coach, though.
No,
I know
listen,
you don't want to say anything about Mayo.
I understand it is about the coach, but it's still about the voices in that locker room to make sure that guys are, Ty talks about the pride, but guys are willing to go out there and hit guys and set. But if you don't have enough, like whether we had Willie, we had guys like Lawyer, we had there were other guys like Teddy. Just there were just voices in the locker room that were like, I can't say what they would say, but it was like, man, you need to stop acting like a
you're gonna hold your guys accountable.
Yes.
If Lawyer, Rodney Harrison, anybody, if they like whip on the tackle and you don't get the effort, we clowning. We gonna hold you accountable as players. If I went up there, even my job probably was to cover. We knew that, but damn it, I'm not about to put on film that I'm scared or I'm tippy-toeing going up there, because my guys, Teddy Bruschi, Willie McGinnis, they gonna call me out real quick. What the hell was that?
Right.
And I think the players got to hold each other accountable when it comes to being physical and playing this game.
I don't think.
And I don't know where the leadership is at.
I don't think they do that, honestly, Ty. I don't think they do that. And I don't think there are those guys in that locker room that do that. I don't know if there's any guys like that in the locker room in the league that do that. I don't know about other teams, because tackling looks poor everywhere.
Doesn't that stem from the top, though?
No, not really. It's more about the culture. Because
doesn't the culture stem from the top?
Yeah, but even with Bill, like everybody talks about the Patriot way, Ty's brought this up. That was something that was created by the players.
That is the players. But I mean, you would think, Gerard, being a linebacker, being somebody as a physical presence as he was, somebody that liked to hit people, you think it would resonate through his team. I don't know what he has to say. I don't know if he has to be one of them coaches like Pete Carroll, just go strap it up real quick and say, damn it, I can hit y'all at this age as the coach. He has to send some type of message. So, yes, it starts from the top in a sense, because you're a linebacker. You're a defensive player. Where is the mentality at? That comes from what you did for a living, how you got to this point. It's not resonating with the team. I don't know what he has to say or do, but other than go out there and maybe shock him. I mean, put on some shoulder pads, helmets, get in the drill or something, because whatever you're doing, it ain't working when it comes to the defense.
You're without probably the best leader that you had on that team in David Andrews. So I don't know who you look at as, who's a leader on that football team?
I don't know.
Next man up, Greg. Next man up.
But I don't
know. That's the mentality that you got to have.
Right. But I don't know if these guys nowadays want that role. If they want to be the guy who walks around that locker room, because Ty will tell you, you can't just talk the talk. You got to be able to walk the walk and back it up. So if you're swinging your big stick around, you better make sure that you're backing it up. And if you're not,
I agree with you. But I will say this, guys. You have one guy, not to bring up, negativity. I don't know what's going on with whatever case it is, but Jabril Peppers was the only one that I've seen out there that tried to give that effort to try to put a lick on somebody, consistently. You know what I mean? He was, I think, that guy, but I just don't know what type of voice or leader he was outside of, his effort on the field, because he will come up and try to lick you now. I'll give him that credit. but he's not there right now. You know what I mean? Where's the other leadership coming from?
You guys have to stop screaming about it anyway, because on the personal text machine, Rob Ninkovich says it's 2024, and the defense that you're seeing is a reflection of the times.
That is true
in the NFL.
And he texts me too, and that is true. But I never played defense, but I know how difficult, and Rob's right, how difficult it got to be, because you take a guy down too hard, it's 15-yard penalty. You know what I mean? We saw that with Jelani Tavai. So I get what Rob's saying, and he's so right about that. If I was a defensive, like some of those guys, I don't know if Sean Taylor could play in this era without getting 2 or 3 penalties a game because of the way
Wait a minute. Well, hey, Nick is my boy. You can agree with his ass if you want to, Wiggy, but I don't. This is defense, man. You got to bring him down to the ground.
But they get penalized, is what he's saying.
Sometimes you got to take that flag just to send a message. So, I mean, hey, I don't agree with Nick on that, Nick. I feel you, dog. Actually, no, I don't. Somebody got to say it. Somebody got to quit being all political, and I'm going to be the one. The hell with Rob Ninkovich talk about, I see you, we have a drink of Corvus somewhere, Rob, but damn it, you a linebacker too, and you got to go out there and play defense, man. I ain't going to be nice.
Right, but Ty, I think what Rob's saying, and I agree with Rob, is he's saying, like even with you, like you couldn't be as physical as you were when you played today because they're too flag happy with these officials. And I'm an offensive guy.
I get that, Wiggy, but sometimes to send a message to your team, remember I said before that Belichick, he would let me get a flag as long as I do it early. I had a flag pass. Mayo need to give these boys some flag passes. Hell, you're losing anyway. Somebody got to send a message. That's all I'm saying.
I'd go across the middle in today's game like I was leaf peeping. Not worried about getting
You damn right. Me too. I'd get receiver go across the middle now. But you was afraid to do that with an Ed Reed or Rodney Harrison or Lawyer Malloy.
Right, but like to Nick saying, the game was different back then. Now it's like you can go across the middle and don't worry about it. So I kind of agree with Rob on this one, but we can still have that shot of Corvus.
All right, so one game – Ty, one game in when it comes to Drake Maye, but you saw some things that you like when it comes to the future.
Yes. Yeah, I did. First of all, I didn't know he had that scramble ability like that. I said, okay, he can run a little bit. He can use his leg. He has some, he made some decent decisions, but he also made some rookie decisions. He dropped a dime on the long one. That can get the morale going within the offense. But I think eventually you're going to have to get him some weapons. Because still, I don't know all the receivers on there. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm like, you're going to spend some money on who are these guys? So, you got to take that into consideration, too. When you have a young quarterback and an offensive line that you don't know who going to be from week to week, eventually you got to spend some money and protect that quarterback, and you got to get him some weapons. Rhamondre Stevenson, because he can run the ball, the only thing is you don't know if he's going to get the ball back. That's his problem. And no one ever said he couldn't run, but I think, when he's not giving the ball back and turning the ball over, fumbling, he's a great addition to help the young quarterback. But you got to give him some help.
Yeah. I think this offseason is going to be big. Ty, do you think Robert and Elliott Wolf are going to jump in the pool and spend money? Because you bring up Rhamondre Stevenson, but think about, you could have went after and got a guy like Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley to add with that piece. Do you think they're going to be in that pool this year and going after guys like that who potentially could be looking for new places to land?
If you really, want to keep your fans and get them excited, yes, you're going to have to go spend some money. That's just what it is right now in free agency. Nowadays it's like, hey, it ain't all about winning. We used to get guys taking less money to come play, with us, to come play with Tom Brady. Until you create that type of culture, you're going to have to pay top dollar to get the guys to come to New England now. That's just what it is. It ain't like it's a destination of like you're going to no state tax in Miami. You know what I mean? It ain't like you're going to Houston, where that weather, or California. Don't nobody want to deal with those taxes, though. But at the same time, you got the great weather and things like that. We created a winning culture. That's why people wanted to come, so they can win. But if you're not looking at the culture and say, I can win there, you're going to have to pay. And that's just the way it is. Somebody got to say it.
Ty Law, it is always a pleasure. I thank you for taking the time to watch. What, Shime?
We can't forget the most entertaining play of the week.
Oh, well, I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? It's got to be the throw by your guy to Booty.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right? Like
I would say that was a great play. Let's give him his flowers on that. You know what I mean? Because he did a decent job for what he's working with. It's his first time out there.
It was like it's like the old trash can. I mean, he threw that thing. It landed right in the
drop it in the bucket,
right in the trash can. That was beautiful. I mean, it
was a beautiful pass. Beautiful.
I love Greg. You got the little that trash can was big. That was big back in the day.
Big back in the day.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a trash can in about 20 years.
I mean, he did also throw across the field on the run
to Hunter Henry.
Yep. Well, I mean, the kid can throw the football.
Yeah, he made some nice throws.
Yes. So, all right. So that is the most entertaining play of the game, brought to you by Apex Entertainment. Experience the thrills at Apex Entertainment in Marlboro. Ty Law, we will talk to you again soon.
All right. Thank you, guys.
I'll see you Thursday.
All right. See you Thursday, bro. Oh, yeah. We got where we going to, Wiggy?
I think it's
I
think it's the Danvers Yacht Club for the Lynn Boys and Girls Club event that they have every year. So Ty and I will be
man. We gonna have a good time out there with the kids, man. I've done it before, man, but they do a great job out there. So looking forward to it, man. See you there on Thursday, man.
All right. Wiggy would appreciate
it. All right, guys.
If you don't mind, he'd like to be introduced first.
Nah, it don't matter to me. First or last, don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Nope.
It does not matter.